Welcome back for another lesson. I am Ms. Bond, and today we are going to focus on figurative language. Let's get started. Figurative language is a phrase that does not mean what it says. Figurative language is used to make stories and writing sound more interesting and vivid. An example would be, the wind caressed her cheek as she watched the sun go down. The wind didn't really caress her cheek, but it sounds more interesting saying that than the wind blew against her cheek. It kind of adds more flair to what is being said. The cookies were hard as rocks after being baked for too long. The cookies are not really rocks, but they are being compared to rocks to make a point that the cookies are really hard. One of our essential questions we're focusing on today is, what is the difference between figurative language and literal language? And we're going to explore that a bit more as we continue. The second essential question we will explore is, why do authors include figurative language in their stories? As we go through our examples, I would like you to write down the type of figurative language and the definition that goes along with it. I would also like you to draw a little illustration, and there will be examples on the board of what each one, of an example of each one. So let's get started. A simile is a comparison of two unlike things using like or as. So this is an example of a simile. Shine like a diamond. It's got the word like, and it's telling you to shine like a diamond. Okay, so that's an example of a simile. Go ahead and write that now and make sure you put your illustration in with it. A metaphor is a direct comparison of two unlike things without using like or as. So you're still comparing things, but you're not going to have like or as. And our example is, you are my rose. Another example could be, you are my shining star. Okay? Hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration. And our example and illustration is right here, and it says, it was 1,000 degrees outside. It may not actually be 1,000 degrees outside, but it just means that it's extremely hot, right? Personification gives human qualities or characteristics, including actions, feelings, or thoughts to a non-human object, idea, or animal. The sky was angry. Does the sky really have a frowny face? No. We know it doesn't have a frowny face, right? Just means it's probably thundering, lightning. It's probably just really loud outside. An idiom is a word or phrase that has a different meaning than what the words say. So when pigs fly, it's not literal, right? Pigs can't fly. You guys already know that. But it just means, when pigs fly means like there's a small chance like this is going to happen because pigs can't really fly. Alliteration is a type of sound device in which two or more nearby words have the same beginning sound. So cool, cat. They both start with C. Make sure you're writing the examples down along with the definitions. Let's keep going. Onomatopoeia, that can be the one that's like fun to say. Words that imitate noises or actions, also known as sound words. So zip, bang, bam, swoosh, words like that, okay? So go ahead and jot that down. This will be our last example, and we're going to move on to our text now. Not the Saturday I had planned. So what we're going to do here is we're going to read this passage. It is 2 pages, and we already have the examples of figurative language underlined for us in the passage, okay? And we will then move on to a chart after we have this read. So let's go ahead and read the text. If you would like, you can go ahead and read the text by yourself. You can pause the video, read it by yourself, and then I'll read it with you, okay? So you can press play when you're ready for me to read it with you. Let's get started. Not the Saturday I had planned. I had the worst week ever. I didn't get the part I wanted in our school's play. I had to retake my math test because of a low score. My parents were mad as hornets about that one. And I didn't win the art show. Second place is great, my parents gushed, but I wasn't pleased. Needless to say, I was happy for Saturday. There was no morning alarm, no school, and no second place art finish. I was planning on sleeping late, watching too much television, and eating pizza for breakfast and lunch. I was going to live every sixth grader's dream. Step one of my plan was to sleep. I was going to sleep like a bear in hibernation, only waking up when I was hungry. Imagine my surprise when I heard my mom pounding on my bedroom door like a bass drum. "It's time to get up, Benny," she yelled. "We are going to do some family spring cleaning today." Does that sound like fun to you? I wonder if Benny thought it was fun. Spring cleaning was definitely not part of my Saturday plans. I groaned and rolled over, hoping to ignore her. It was no use, of course, and she just yelled and banged more. "Get up," she said, as loud as a siren. I knew I had two options. I could get up and happily do some spring cleaning with the family, or I could protest. I decided to go for option 2 and proceeded to throw a fit like a toddler in the middle of Target. "I'm not cleaning today, Mom," I yelled. I wonder how that's going to work out for him. I had an awful week and I just want to sleep in. Aside from stomping my feet, I felt that I had a good argument. It didn't work, however, and I was soon getting dressed for spring cleaning family fun. My mom really went above and beyond with the whole family spring cleaning quest. She had made a chore chart like when my sister and I were younger. However, this chore chart was full of hard work. I could tell that this was going to take all day. My lazy Saturday was history, like the first Thanksgiving. I decided that I was going to do my chores and get them done as quickly as possible so that I could salvage at least some of my day. I scrubbed the bathroom floor until it was shiny as a treasure chest full of diamonds. Let me tell you, that bathroom floor was disgusting. Next up was cleaning out my room, my closet, and my drawers. Mom says that I grow like a weed, which means that all of my shorts from last summer don't fit this year. I had enough clothes to fill up 3 bags for us to donate to a homeless shelter in town. I also had 2 more bags of garbage. Apparently, I'm as messy as a pig. I was like a professional weightlifter as I hauled the bags to the garbage bin and became like Kevin Durant as I swished them into the dumpster. Who knew that chores could be such a workout? Mom declared family spring cleaning day over once the last window was washed and the last bag of donated clothes was stacked in the garage. I had plenty of time to watch a movie on the couch, and we even ordered pizza for dinner. This Saturday may not have worked out the way I had planned, but it wasn't so bad after all. And sometimes things just don't work out like we planned, right? But maybe we can still make the most of it. Let's go ahead to our chart. The first example of figurative language in our text is my parents were as mad as hornets about that one. Let's think about what are the 2 objects being compared. Who were mad as hornets? His parents were, okay? So the other thing that we're comparing is what? Hornets. Very good. So we are going to write parents and hornets. And what does it really mean? Remember, you may not be writing the exact thing that I'm putting in the box. You may be coming up with your own example, okay? If you're struggling and this is kind of hard for you and you really can't figure out what mad as hornets means, or you don't really quite know how to put it in your own words, you can use what I'm writing as a guide, but make sure that you're really thinking about your own response and how to put it in your own words versus just copying what I'm writing word for word, okay? And this actually means that Benny's parents were extremely angry. I was going to sleep like a bear in hibernation. Remember, so these are similes. That's the type of figurative language. These are similes. They have the words like or as, in the phrase, and it means that they're comparing two things. That's why we're focusing on comparing two objects being compared. I was going to sleep like, there's the word like, a bear in hibernation. We are comparing I to bear. And the actual meaning is that Benny is going to sleep very well or for a long time. My mom pounding on my bedroom door like a bass drum. The two objects being compared would be mom and bass drum. And the actual meaning would be that it's making loud booms or making a loud sound. Get up, she said, as loud as a siren. So we're comparing she or mom, because that's who we're talking about. She or mom to a siren. What does a siren sound like? Very loud. So mom is speaking loudly. Add those details in there. Proceeded to throw a fit like a toddler in the middle of Target. So this one doesn't have the person we're comparing to a toddler. So let's go back to our text and see if we can find it. So the narrator's I, right? Who is I? Who is telling the story? Which character is telling the story? Benny. Very good. So we're comparing Benny to a toddler. You could add a toddler in Target. That's fine too. And it means that he threw a fit like a little baby. Okay, so that was the first page of the text. Now let's keep going and do the second page of the text. My lazy Saturday was history, like the first Thanksgiving. Okay, we have like. We're comparing the first Thanksgiving to his Saturday. The literal meaning is it's not going to happen. What he had planned for his Saturday is not going to happen. I scrubbed the bathroom floor until it was shiny as a treasure chest full of diamonds. So we're comparing the bathroom floor to a treasure chest full of diamonds. So what does a treasure chest full of diamond look like? Shiny, sparkly, pretty, right? Illuminating. So what does a treasure chest full of diamonds look like? Shiny, sparkly, right? So if a floor is extremely clean, one would say it's sparkly or sparkling clean, okay? So I scrubbed the bathroom floor until it was as shiny as a treasure chest full of diamonds. So what do you think? It was extremely clean. Mom says that I grow like a weed. So we're comparing I and a weed. So Benny to a weed. All right? And this is an easy one. If you grow like a weed, it means you grow quickly. You get tall quickly. Apparently, I'm as messy as a pig. I'm going to let you guys do this one on your own because this is a super easy one. I know you're super smart and I know you can do it. You may check yourself when you've done it by yourself. Apparently, I'm as messy, so I'm as messy as a pig. We're comparing Benny, because he's I, right? He's the narrator. Benny to a pig. And he's telling the story through first person point of view where he says I, me, mine. The actual meaning is that he is extremely messy. And I'm not going to say he, I'm going to name him Benny. That's who we're speaking about. All right, and for the last one, I was like a professional weightlifter. I, or Benny, is one thing we're comparing to a weightlifter. What was he like? He was like a weightlifter. And it means he was lifting a lot of weight. Or he was lifting heavy things. All right, that is it for today. You guys did a great job. I'll see you back here next time.